Hello, Sea Lion fans, and welcome back to this latest edition of Cross Exam. Joining us today, we have Professor Jon Manning, faculty in the Theology Department and Director of LEAP, as well as freshman cross country and track and field student athlete, Megan Ravasdy. All right, Professor Manning, take it away.
Megan, so good to see you.
Hello.
I'd like to start by asking you, this is your freshman year, you just started at Loma. It's just been a matter of weeks. What is the journey that brought you to the school?
I don't know, Point Loma's been like a really special place for me for a while because my whole family has gone here. So my parents are alumni, my brother goes here, he's a junior. So, and I go here for like church camps in high school. And so I really love the campus. Obviously it's beautiful, but just like, I don't know, the feeling I get when I'm here feels more like home. So it's easier to transition from home to here because it's kind of familiar. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, as an alum myself, I remember also feeling really, really quickly like Point Loma began to feel like home for me. So I get that. That's really cool. Coming to Point Loma at the end of your senior year, of course, you are of the unique class of students whose senior year was interrupted by COVID, the COVID pandemic. I'm assuming, did you go remote at the end of your senior year?
Yes. So, yeah, usually the time that everybody did, but yeah, we went online and it was kind of weird. I don't know. I wasn't a really big fan of that just because end of senior year is like the really fun time where everything's winding down, not as much work, more fun and like activities, prom, graduation. So it was kind of disappointing to, go online, but me and my friends did things that were like have little graduation ceremonies and stuff, which was helpful with my family and all that. So it was okay, but it definitely was really weird, especially going into college with like transitioning into college online was weird because I didn't even get a feel for like how the classes were. It was kind of like confusing but God helped me through it. I feel like I'm here now, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was curious to ask if you learned any particular lessons or took any specific takeaways that you carry with you from the experience of ending senior year like that, and also the fact that we're still there. Like many schools, Point Loma is meeting virtually and not having in-person classes right now. And so this has been almost an entire calendar year at this point of school for you, where you've been engaged in remote learning. What kinds of things have you taken away from that experience?
I think the biggest thing is to take advantage of being at school, because I think a lot of times we're at school and it's I have to wake up early, I have to do this, it's just kind of a long day at school. But I guess just living in the moment. I know that sounds cheesy, but just actually taking it in and realizing that this time you're gonna go to college and these people are really special. And so just kind of living each day and positively and ready to take it on and enjoy every moment, because obviously Corona came and we were online and it was weird. So then you wish you'd be back at school. So just to take each day and be excited for it.
Carpe diem. As a Point Loma student, you are aiming toward an education major. Can you tell me about the reasoning behind what led you to that specific major, and also kind of where you're planning right now? Obviously it's freshman year and you have lots of time to grow into it and make decisions about it, but kind of right now, where you're planning to go with that, or what your hopes and dreams and aspirations are.
Yeah. So I picked education. My major was really hard for me to pick because I was I don't really know what I want to do with my life, obviously, pretty young. But my mom's a kindergarten teacher, so I would always help her in her classroom. And I love that age, and I love being with kids a lot. And I feel like being a teacher is something that's really special to the kids, because they look back on that and they're like, oh my gosh, I loved my first, second grade teacher. They really shaped, the little kid, how they are. So I don't know, I just saw her do that and she really loves it. So I went into education. I want to be a first, second grade teacher, and I feel like it's nice. You also get summers off, so that's also kind of a plus. So yeah.
Sorry, as a teacher, I'm laughing in my head about the idea of summers off. There's a lot that happens in the summer, but yes, technically you do not have to be in class in the summer unless you sign up for summer school or other such things. Now, you mentioned your mom. I know that your mom is also, she's not just a kindergarten teacher, but she's also a pastor. Is that true?
Yeah, she's
Well,
a children's pastor. Yeah.
what was it like? Was she your children's pastor growing up?
No, I had a different children's pastor, but yeah, she's one now. So I go and help her with that, and I love it.
That's rad.
Hmm.
So you are, as Danny mentioned, you are on our cross country team and our track team. Tell me about what it's like to be a distance runner. I know that like probably a lot of people out there run various distances, but like what's the experience been like for you? How did you get started doing it? What do you enjoy about doing it? And like what keeps you doing it?
Let's see. Well, my dad ran at Point Loma, so he was a steeplechase runner. So I don't know. He just kind of like, I used to play basketball and then I quit and I was like, didn't really know what sport I wanted to do. And he was like, well, you should run because he ran. So I started running like middle school. And then I just really I don't know, I just love it. Like I love the feeling of going out and on a run and just like, it's really relaxing to me, even though some people are like, ew, like running, which I get too. Like it's kind of gross, but I mean, I like it and I really like the team. Every team I've been on for cross country track has just been like the funnest ever. And it's just like super like good company when you're running and you listen to music and it's just like relaxing for me and I really love doing it. So I'm glad I get to be here and follow my dad's steps. So
Do you plan to run the steeplechase as well?
no. Not fully, but no, I'm not planning on running the steeplechase. That's a rough race.
Got it. Um, because you've done running in a variety of places, so you're from the San Gabriel Valley, Pasadena area. Um, is there a difference when you're running in like Pasadena and like the foothills versus running in like the kind of coastal Southern California at Point Loma?
Yeah, it's a lot warmer down where I am, so it's nice to have the breeze. There's not much breeze there, so it's just very still and warm, which isn't the best running weather. I thought it was hillier there, but now that I got here, it's pretty hilly here too. So, I mean, that's kind of the same. But I do love running on the cliffs and having the view of the ocean is pretty stellar. That's pretty beast. So I'm happy about that. But I guess like there's not much of a difference. I mean, they're both in California still. So it's like pretty similar, but I do love running here a lot.
It's awesome. Um, Now, I also know that you are musical. You play an instrument, you play the guitar, I believe.
Yes.
Tell me about that. What kind of got you interested in music and in playing the guitar, and like what do you do with that?
Let's see, I've always really loved music. Like, I don't know, it's just like something, like my family's not really a musical family, but like I just like love music and I really like country music. So I think that's what really got me into it. And I'm pretty sure I started playing guitar because of Taylor Swift. So there's that. I mean, I was listening to her and I was like, that's so cool. Like, I want to do that. So like I went over to my neighbor's house and he knew how to play the guitar. So I learned like the basic chords. And then ever since then, I kind of just figured it out, kind of taught myself the, strumming patterns and all that kind of stuff. And now I love it. I do it all the time in church, in my room, in the shower, I sing, all that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah,
You brought your guitar to campus, I hope.
did. It's right over there.
Oh, so cool. Yeah, that's great. I started to learn to play guitar in college as well, and found it to be just such a wonderful stress relief when there's just lots of deadlines and hard things that need to happen, assignments and everything. Sometimes it's just nice to check out and play loud music and just escape to that spot. How cool.
Mm-hmm.
Living in San Diego now, you have, the beautiful coastal views and all kinds of cool stuff that's going on in the city. I know that a lot of students at Point Loma have like really strong opinions about like food in San Diego. I'm always interested in like food culture and like what people are eating and why, and like I'm just curious if you have any like kind of go-to like San Diego food places already, or do you have any food goals in San Diego?
I love Ortiz's, and I know it's like, I think it's a big thing here. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know of it, but like their California burrito, so good. No sour cream, but besides that, it's really good. Yeah, and I don't know, I've heard of a lot of great places that my friends have told me about, which I really want to try. So I guess those are like the hopes of like wanting to try those. But yeah, Ortiz's at Alberto's, it's really good. I love Mexican food. It's like my favorite thing to eat ever. So this is the place for that for sure.
Do you have some go-to spots in Pasadena as well?
Yeah, I love Taco Bell, and that's kind of everywhere. So
Ah,
I love Taco Bell.
very different genres, though.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's always yummy to me, no matter what
It's
time of day.
it's great. Oh man. So we've talked for a little bit. I'm curious. This is the cross exam. I'm curious if you have any questions for me.
I guess like, how have you liked teaching at Point Loma? Because you've been here for a while, right?
Yeah, I started. So I had a year in 08, 09, and then I started for kind of long term in 2015. Um, yeah, it's been such a gift to teach at Point Loma. I was a student at Point Loma, and so I'm an alum. And the ability to have a role in pouring into students that, I can see myself in basically the shoes of every student in my class. Like there's something like really profound about that. Getting to teach a subject that I got curious about at Point Loma. So like I'm primarily like a Bible scholar and I teach Old and New Testament. The ability to like walk with students on a journey through those subjects when I came to college and was just, not sure what I wanted to study. Kind of, I mean, you said it was a difficult process of deciding about education. I think that that's really true. When you're 17, 18, 19 years old and you're thinking like long term about like what do I want to do with the rest of my life, it's like almost a paralyzingly overwhelming question, because who knows what I'm going to want to do in a decade or 2 decades. But I basically by surprise fell in love with my subject. I took my Old and New Testament classes at Point Loma and was just captivated by curiosity and by things that I thought that weren't that complicated, and then all of a sudden they were complicated and interesting and like required more thought than I had given them in the past. And so the fact that I can like now get to teach a subject that I fell so deeply in love with as a student is just a wonderful gift.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, Megan, I appreciate your time today. Thanks for chatting with me and answering some questions. I wish you the very best as you finish out the rest of your semester.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.